Ching. Kevin Hartman with some good handling.
I think Ching was actually on earlier. He wanted it earlier. Hartman does well to smother this one right away. But I think Moffitt probably could have found him a little bit earlier. He might have been in.
Both these coaches, because of the Texas heat, have been starting their training sessions earlier in the morning. In the case of FC Dallas, they've even shortened them. Here's Taylor again. He is absolutely finding the ball via the tackle. He's breaking up a lot of plays up the middle of the field. Galen Carr brings pace. Hedges saw the moment to tackle with the long touch and breaks it up.
Left back for FC Dallas, Benitez caught getting forward. Galen Carr trying to expose him there. That's the thing I'd love to see out of Galen Carr. With that speed, beating players on that flank, fighting balls in.
Ching back to Taylor, and he couldn't control a difficult ball there. ESPN's coverage of MLS soccer continuing next Sunday with one of the top matchups of the season. Out to the Pacific Northwest. Seattle heading to Portland with what will be an incredible atmosphere at Geldwen Field. Timbers Sounders, 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific next Sunday on ESPN, ESPN3, and live on Watch ESPN. And that is an incredible matchup. We have seen some of the great moments in this league in the Pacific Northwest as of late. Expect the unknown in that game. Moffitt spinning away from pressure, picking out the right pass. Watson laid it down to Ching. Ching tries to bring in Bruin. And a big play from Pertuz as nice 3-man move there from the Houston Dynamo. And Bruin checking his nose there. Galen Carr, Ching can't control it. Jackson. Castillo has shown up on the same side of the field. They've got their 2 burners out here on the right side. Here is Jackson now. Moffitt with him. Jackson bends in a decent ball. But the lone striker, Scott Seeley, could not get there.
And if you're Dallas with only 6-7 minutes to go before halftime, you're thinking, let's get some payoff for this good play. We put ourselves in a hole early on, but can you finish one and go in at halftime with a little bit of a lift? And we're not seeing the quality, which has been a problem all season for Dallas, on that finished product.
Boy, and they are missing one great finisher in the CONCACAF region. Blas Perez, also injured, who scored 2 goals for Panama in World Cup qualifying. And of course, that last ball we saw is exactly the type of ball that you would imagine him getting on the end of. Great aerial presence and can do it as a lone striker. And he is the leading goal scorer for FC Dallas. Another big piece missing.
And besides the goals Perez has been scoring this season, just the amount of fouls he's drawing and the set pieces they're getting off of them. 6 set-piece goals for Dallas this season. It seems like Blas Perez has been a part of every single one of those.
5 goals, 3 assists for Perez, who they call Mighty Mouse Super Raton. Not available today as you look at Jackson here in the 40th minute. You know, and getting back to Brian Ching as we look at Shellis Hyndman. Brian Ching does so many other things. His hold-up play. He is an underrated passer of the ball, I think, Julie.
And his work rate on both sides of the ball is tremendous, I think.
Ash will head that away. This has been quite a matchup here on the right side with Jackson and Corey Ash. Here's Hernandez. Cameron will clear it. Jeff Cameron has been linked to a number of European teams. Stoke City, Schalke in Germany, Everton. And there's word is that some of the scouts are here today to watch him at BBVA Compass Stadium. Fresh back from his stint with the U.S. national team. Jim took a quick look behind him, didn't get the run from Will Bruin. So two strikers not on the same page there. And
Cameron has talked pretty openly about his desire to move to Europe. Klinsmann has talked about it as well, wanting him to get that experience at the next level, he calls it.
Big piece to the Houston Dynamo, went to the University of Rhode Island and West Virginia University. Of course, at 45 minutes he gets in Guatemala. That's some trust from a head coach in Jurgen Klinsmann.
It sure is. It's not a friendly that is played outside of World Cup qualifying time, right in the heat of it, away in a World Cup qualifier.
Benitez to Castillo now, who's shown us some glimpses of some amazing attacking skill. Benitez has joined in. Comes in, a wide open Sealy. Boy, Houston got drawn to the ball there. That was a worrisome moment. Bertuz heads it back, pressed by Ching to Lloyd now. Cameron struggling to find it, gets ahead on it. Ash is going to clear it. Moffitt has got time. FC Dallas that time committed 5 into the attack now. Houston gets a great run from Javon Watson. He's got Kalen Carr, looks him off, room to make it 2 off the post. Hit heavy metal. Tremendous run. Right up the heart of FC Dallas from Javon Watson. He set Bruin up. Couldn't produce goal number 2.
For Houston, that would have been the dagger. Going in down 2 at halftime for Dallas would have been a lot to take.
Boy, that would have been a mental blow by Houston if they had scored here.
And Watson does well to draw the defender. Hedges, I think, could have done a better job of positioning his body to not allow that outlet, but it's a man down, 3v2. Hartman keeping a good angle, protecting his near post.
Javon Watson has been impressive today. He has sort of overshadowed Brad Davis, even on the attacking front. Here's Kalen Carr now showing up on the far side of the field. This is something Davis talked about. Trying to overload one side of the field. This time he's got space. Acres of time to get his head up to the back post. Slightest of touches from Hedges. Spoke to Davis yesterday at practice and he said, I'm trying to get Kalen Carr and to come over at times and overload one side of the field with me. Do a little bit more interchanging and movement with our midfield, especially our wide guys. Well, new stadiums are something that have been all a part of Major League Soccer over the years. It's amazing, Julie, the infrastructure. This 22,000 plus seat gem in downtown, $95 million cost. 34 private suites, and of course your first visit here. I wonder what you think about it.
I was really excited because I've heard so much about it, great things, and it's all true. It is very impressive. And I love how when we were walking around it earlier, how if you're standing at the top there, it's such a steep stadium. You still feel like you're sitting on the field, and as a player, you want that. You want that energy close to you.
1 minute of stoppage time in the first half. Looks like some trouble here for Kalen Carr, who has had concussion problems in the past. Not saying that's what it is, but that has been a part of his career that has dogged him. Dynamo now effectively a man down right now. Colin Clark is waiting to come on. Thoughts out to Kalen Carr, hoping he's okay, and that's not a reoccurrence of a head injury. First sub of this game. It is a talented and skillful midfielder, and Colin Clark coming on. He himself has battled back from very severe knee injuries, former Colorado Rapid. Lloyd. Davis comes back to help defend here. And that does it. First half comes to an end. The Dynamo came out here absolutely pushing the tempo, connecting in the 3rd minute, Julie, through that man, Will Bruin. But after that, it seems to have been very good performance here from FC Dallas.
Yeah, and again, you have to be encouraged with the way FC Dallas came out of that early goal and pushed and created chance after chance, really.
Entertaining first half here. Let's go down to Monica Gonzalez, who's with Dominic Kinnear, the head coach of the Houston Dynamo.
It's quite an action-packed first half. What was your thoughts on your team's performance?
It was good. Started out great. You know, when we have possession and we leave our lines, we're going to create some problems. And saying that, you got to pass the ball forward instead of just kind of standing around. It's hot, but the effort to get forward is going to help us out.
Given Dallas's history in the second half, is there anything special you guys are going to try to do to get that second goal?
But just try and get it. You know, but you have to remember that when we're breaking forward, there's a lot of guys that are kind of hanging out and they're very dangerous. So we make sure that shape and attack is very important for us.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Well, they have had chances on the counterattack with it.
Portuguese hero! On ESPN2, Germany is in the driver's seat behind super striker Mario
himself. And he scores the huge goal. The Czech Republic 1-0 winners over Poland. They knock out the host nation, and they celebrate moving on in the tournament in Group A. The other game in Group A, Greece and Russia. Well, everybody had been fawning over Russia, but guess what? Well, we've got a surprise for you. Georgios Karagounis would get in behind the Russian defense, would pounce on this mistake. The Greeks move on, celebrate in fine fashion. Here are the brackets in Group A. So the Czech Republic moving on. They'll take on the second place team out of Group B. The Group B winner will take on Greece. So those will be two very good teams. Now tomorrow, Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal taking on the Netherlands, who remarkably are still alive. If they were to win 2-0 over Portugal and then Germany beats Denmark, they could advance. Here's the table. Germany in Group B. A winner and draw for them over Denmark. They are through. Playing some great soccer right now under Louvre. And then there is Holland. Win by 2+ goals. And then Germany has to do their business in their game. Let's go to MLS highlights. We go to PPL Park in Chester, Pennsylvania. John Hackworth, the new Philadelphia interim coach, with Peter Novak out. How about this from Freddie Adu? Bill Hamid denying Freddie Adu. Then Martinez again here trying to put Philadelphia on the board with the new interim coach in charge. Bill Hamid coming up in the second half. That one remains tied at 0. Big day in Major League Soccer. It's a big day in the European Championships, but right here in the United States, MLS Montreal, a 1-0 lead over Seattle.